Hey everyone, glad you're here. There's an important change coming on October 1st that could affect how millions of Americans get their money from the government. Paper checks for Social Security, tax refunds, veterans benefits, and other federal payments are finally being phased out. After that date, most payments from agencies like the IRS, SSA, and VA will only be sent electronically, either by direct deposit or through the Treasury's Direct Express debit card. The old days of waiting for the mail carrier to drop off a check are coming to an end. This change has been in the works for years. The government says it's about saving money and reducing fraud. Paper checks cost a lot to print and mail, and they're more likely to be lost, stolen, or delayed. By moving everything online, the Treasury estimates it will save taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars each year, while cutting down on scams and theft. For most people, it won't feel like a big deal. Nearly 94% of federal payments already go straight into bank accounts. But for the millions who still rely on paper, this deadline could come as a shock. If you're receiving Social Security, supplemental security income, or veterans benefits by mail, you need to switch to electronic payments soon. The same goes for people expecting tax refunds from the IRS or retirement pay from the Defense Finance and Accounting Service. Contractors and vendors who do business with the government will also need a bank account linked to their registration. After October 1st, the system simply won't cut paper checks anymore. There are a few exceptions, but they're limited. People over 90, those in very remote areas without bank access, individuals with certain disabilities, and emergency relief payments like FEMA aid can sometimes qualify to keep receiving checks. National security or law enforcement payments may also get waivers, but these aren't automatic. You have to request them through the Treasury and be approved. For everyone else, the only way to keep your benefits flowing smoothly is to set up direct deposit or get a Direct Express card. Think about the people this might affect the most. Seniors who've always walked to the mailbox to pick up their Social Security may find this transition stressful. Folks in rural areas with no nearby banks might struggle to open accounts. Some just don't trust electronic systems and prefer to hold a check in their hands. If that sounds like you or someone you know, it's a good idea to get help early so payments don't get delayed. If you're already using direct deposit, you don't need to do anything. But if you're not sure how your benefits arrive, now's the time to check. Call Social Security, the VA, or the IRS, or visit their websites to make sure they have your bank information on file. If you think you might qualify for an exception, apply well before the deadline, because approvals can take a while. Critics of this shift argue that it leaves some people behind. Hotlines can be busy, websites are confusing, and not everyone has internet access. That's why spreading the word is so important. A little preparation now can prevent missed payments later. And if you know someone who might struggle with the switch, offering to help them update their information could make all the difference. October 1st marks the end of an era. For decades, paper checks were a familiar part of life, a sign that your benefits or refund had arrived. Now the government is stepping fully into the digital age. Whether we're ready or not, that's where things are headed. So make sure you or your loved ones are prepared, because once this deadline passes, electronic payments won't just be an option, they'll be the only way forward.